press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome to this session. Today we are discussing about competitive exam for JEE subject chemistry. The topics are classification of elements, S block, P block, chemical bonding and environmental chemistry. So let us go to the questions. Question number 26. The element with Z is equal to 120 not yet discovered will be An or A. Is it inner transition metal, alkaline earth metal, alkali metal or transition metal? So they have given the atomic number 120. So which is not yet discovered. As we know, we have 118 elements which are known in the periodic table, right? So 120 elements, suppose we discover, where we have to place that particular element, that is the question, right? So we have to go back to the element which is known. Last element known is 118. So let's start with the particular question. Okay, so here last element what we know is oganesson, Og. Og is 118 last element. Okay, 118th element is called oganesson, which is a noble gas. When we write the electronic configuration of oganesson, we are writing the nearest noble gas. It itself is a noble gas. Before that, we have a radon noble gas. So radon noble gas, which is nothing but 86. After filling 86, we need to fill more electrons so that 118 atomic number is satisfied. Next we have is a 5f14. So 14 electrons are in the f orbital. Next we have 6d10. Next is 7s2 and 7p6. So you can count 86, 96, 100, 110, 118, right? So this is the electronic configuration of 118th element, which is oganesson. So next electron will go into which orbital? It will definitely go into 8s orbital. So suppose we fill 8s1, this will be the group 1. Group 1 is called alkali metals. And one more electron we want to fill, it has to be in S itself, filling in 8s2, which is group number 2, called alkaline earth metals. So this is 8s1 for Z is equal to 119. This is for 120. So we can clearly note 120th element, that is Z is equal to 120, goes into 8s. 2 electrons are filled. That is group number 2, alkaline earth metals. So let us see the options here. So option 2 is alkaline earth metal. So that should be the right option. Option number 2. Let us move on to question number 27. In the long form of the periodic table, the valence shell electronic configuration of 5s2 5p4 corresponds to the element present in. So we have given the electronic configuration as 5s2 5p4 and that particular element is present in group 16 period 6 or group 17 and period 5, group 16 and period 5, or is it group 17 and period number 6? So we have to find out the group number as well as the period number to which that particular electronic configuration depends or belongs to. Correct? So let's go back. In the long form of periodic table, valence shell electronic configuration is given 5s2 5p4. That corresponds to which element we need to find out. Right? Let us solve this. Question number 27. 5s2 5p4. 5s2 5p4 is the electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. Right? This is the electronic configuration given in the question. So here the element present in the group. So first let us find out the element present in which group? Present in group. So for group of this particular configuration, we are adding the number of electrons, S and P electrons, to 10. Got it? So 10 plus S and P. 10 plus S and P. So which is 10 plus S is 2 plus P is 4. So S plus P anta bariyana. 10 plus 2 plus 4, which is nothing but 16. So what is present in group? 16th group. Therefore group number is 16. 16th group anta aitu. So this is the formula. So 10 plus S plus P, number of electrons in S and P. So 10 plus 2 electrons in S and 4 electrons in P. So total 16, group number 16. Next, period number. Period number. Period number is easily found out by the highest energy level. So here highest energy level is nothing but 5. Period number is nothing but highest energy level. Highest energy level. So highest energy level is 5. 5s2 5p4. 5 is the highest energy level. So this belongs to period number 5, group number 16. Got it? Period number is 5, group number is 16. So let us go into the options. We have options here, group number 16 and period number is 5. Group number 16 and period number is 5, which is present in option number 3. So option 3 should be the right option. Option number 3. Moving on to next question. Question number 28. Which of the following is the largest in size? Which of the following is largest in size? Size we need to find out. Sodium, magnesium, rubidium and potassium. So these 4 elements are given. Among this, which is having the largest size? Okay. Question number 28. Question number 28. So atomic radius, we know the trend. From left to right, atomic radius decreases. Atomic radius decreases from left to right. Along the period when we move from left to right, atomic radius decrease agate. Hage atomic radius increases down the group. When we move from top to bottom, that is down the group, atomic radius should what? Increase. So in the given elements, they have given group number 1 and group number 2. So we have elements lithium, next sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. They have given here sodium is given. Okay, sodium is given. Next, they have also given potassium. They have also given rubidium. Rubidium ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಲಿಥಿಯಂ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆರಿಲಿಯಂ, ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ is given. As we move from left to right, okay, this is magnesium, after that calcium, strontium, barium, radium, etc. Okay, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium. But they have given sodium, potassium, rubidium, magnesium. From left to right, atomic radius decreases, atomic radius increases down the group. So as we move down the group here, rubidium is at the last in the given options. Therefore, rubidium has largest size. So why rubidium has a largest size? In the given options, rubidium is coming at the last. ಇಲ್ಲಿ group number 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ rubidium present at the last. When we move from top to bottom down the group move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ atomic radius increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. sodium ಇಂದ magnesium ಗೆ move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ atomic radius decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So magnesium is having lesser atomic radius than sodium. Potassium has higher atomic radius than sodium. ಹಾಗೆ rubidium is having larger atomic radius than potassium. So in the given options, rubidium has largest size. So rubidium is given in option number 3. That should be the right option. Question number 29. In general, the properties that decreases and increase down a group in the periodic table respectively are. So ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಟೇಬಲ್? ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ atomic radius and electronegativity, electronegativity and electron gain enthalpy, electronegativity and atomic radius, electron gain enthalpy and electron negativity. Okay, electronegativity. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, let us see question number 29. Question number 29. So first ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತದ್ದು atomic radius, electronegativity. Atomic radius, option A is atomic radius. Atomic radius ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Atomic radius decreases and increases down the group ಕೇಳಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಡೌನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ನೋ, ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ, ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ಆಸ್ ವಿ ಮೂವ್ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋ ನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್, ಇದು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಗೇನ್ ಎಂಥಾಲ್ಪಿ. electronegativity and electron gain enthalpy. Electronegativity, as we move down the group, what happens? Decreases anta ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ, decreases down the group. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆದ್ರೆ electron gain enthalpy ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸಿ, ಇಟ್ ಸೇಸ್ electronegativity and atomic radius. Electronegativity and atomic radius. electronegativity decreases down the group, and atomic radius, here atomic radius ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, increases down the group. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್, which will decrease and increase, which will first decrease from the down the group and which will now increase down the group. So the right option is option number C according to the question given. Electronegativity decreases down the group and atomic radius increases down the group. Let us also see the option number 4, electron gain enthalpy and electronegativity. Electron gain enthalpy and electronegativity. Electron gain enthalpy decreases, electronegativity also decreases. So this is not the right option. Option C should be the right option. See here, electronegativity and atomic radius, they becomes what property that decreases and increases down the group. So the right option is option number 3, electronegativity and atomic radius. Okay, let us move on to the next one. Question number 30. Question number 30. The isoelectronic set of ions is isoelectronic set of ions ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What are isoelectronic set of ions? The species which are having the same number of electrons are called isoelectronic species. So ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ species ಗೆ same electronic configuration with same number of electrons number same ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು isoelectronic species ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So they may be element in atomic form or they may be in the ionic form ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, let us try to solve the question. Question number 30. Thirtieth question. So first let us list out all the species which is given and let us find out the number of electrons for those species. Okay, first species n3 minus anta kottidare. n3 minus. We know that nitrogen atomic number is 7 atomic number andre 7 ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, 7 electrons ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 7 electrons ಅಲ್ಲಿ nitrogen ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 electrons gain ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ total number of electrons will be 10 electrons because the charge on nitrogen is 3 minus. Okay, 3 minus ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 electrons ಅನ್ನ gain ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತು ಅಂತ total 10 electrons ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Clear? Next lithium ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, Li plus. Lithium atomic number 3 electrons ಇದ್ದದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ plus charge indicates it has lost 1 electron which is 2 electrons. 2 electrons ಉಳ್ಕೊಂತು lithium ಅಲ್ಲಿ, right? It contains how many electrons? 2 electrons. So let me write bit low here. Li plus atomic number is 3 and number of electrons is 2 electrons. 2 electrons. Remaining electrons is 2. Okay, next one magnesium ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, Mg plus 2. Mg atomic number is 12 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 electrons loss ಆದ್ರೆ 10 electrons, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ 10 electrons. Next one we have oxygen, O2 minus. Oxygen atomic number is 8. 2 minus indicates 2 electrons are gained. 8 plus 2 total 10 electrons again. Oxygen is also 10 electrons. Then they have given F minus. Fluorine atomic number 9 minus 1 antandre it has gained 1 electron making it again 10 electrons in total. Last one is Na plus. Atomic number 11. So 11 electrons ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು 1 electron loss ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಉಳಿಯುವಂತದ್ದು 10 electrons. So all these here except lithium ಒಂದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು 1 2 3 4 5, these 5 species N3 minus, Mg plus 2, O2 minus, F minus and Na plus, all these are isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species. ನಾವು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಲಿಥಿಯಂ ಇದ್ದದ್ದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಉಳಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಲಿಥಿಯಂ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆದ್ರೆ that contains 2 electrons. Okay, so let's find out in the options. First option ಅಲ್ಲಿ N3 minus Li plus ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. Li plus ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇದೆ? 2 electrons ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಐಸೋಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Li plus ಬಂತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is not an isoelectronic species set. Next, second option N3 minus, O2 minus, F minus and Na plus. Correct? So that is the right option. Second option ನಲ್ಲಿ lithium plus ion ಇಲ್ಲ. So that means N3 minus ಕೂಡ 10 electrons ಇದೆ, O2 minus ಕೂಡ 10 electrons, F minus and Na plus all contain 10 electrons. Option 2 should be the right option. Okay? Moving on to question number 31. The metal that forms nitride by reacting directly with the N2 of air is. So ಯಾವ metal ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತ metal reacts with the nitrogen of air to form the nitride. So let's find out here. Question 31. Question number 31. So in given options, only lithium will react with nitrogen giving respective nitride, because lithium comparatively less metallic than rest of the members. Okay, lithium reacts with nitrogen Li plus N2 gives rise to respective nitride of the form Li3N. So when you balance this particular reaction, this is 6 Li. Okay, that it means 2 Li3 into 2, 6 Li plus nitrogen, how many? 2 nitrogen, right? 6 Li plus N2 gives rise to 2 Li3 plus N. Li3N. Okay, so this is called lithium nitride, which is the product obtained. So which is the element reacting with nitrogen of air? Lithium is the element that reacts with nitrogen to form respective nitride. Okay, so option number 1, lithium is the metal that forms nitride by reacting directly with the nitrogen of air. 32nd question. In KO2, the nature of oxygen species and the oxidation state of oxygen atom are respectively. So they have asked oxygen species. Which is oxygen species? KO2. So KO2 is potassium superoxide. So KO2 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ potassium superoxide. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಯಾವ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ? It is in -12 oxidation state. So ಅವರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೈಟ್. ಕ್ವಶನ್ 32. So we have KO2. KO2 is nothing but potassium superoxide. So in potassium superoxide, the oxidation state is -12, because oxidation state of potassium is nothing but +1. So +1 potassium idu, oxygen idu -12. Okay, clear? So what is the form here? Nature is superoxide. Oxidation state oxidation state is nothing but half, and the oxygen is electronegative. Got it? So hence the charge is minus half, superoxide and minus half, which is given in option number 1, superoxide and minus half. Okay, so option 1. Question number 33. The metal that cannot be obtained by electrolysis of an aqueous solution of its salt is chromium, silver, calcium or copper. So 4 metals are given. So in this, which metal cannot be obtained by electrolysis of an aqueous solution of its salt? ಅದರ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅನ್ನು obtain ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Right? So let's see this particular question. 33rd question. Question number 33. Here chromium, next silver and copper. All these are D block elements, D block metals. And only calcium, they have given calcium is a S block. Calcium is a S block metal. So as we know that metallic character decreases as we move from left to right. So S block metal is highly electropositive when compared to D block. So this is a highly electropositive. So this particular highly electropositive metal which cannot be obtained by electrolysis of an aqueous solution of its salt. So calcium should be the right option. Okay, remaining we can obtain because electropositivity is less and these are highly electropositive metal. Calcium should be the option. Calcium is present in option number 3. So that should be the right option. Question number 34. The metal used for making X-ray tube window is. So it is a direct question. One of the property of the metal is utilized here. Beryllium, magnesium, sodium or calcium is asked, which is used for making X-ray tube. 34. So in the 34th question, we have beryllium. So that particular metal is used for making X-ray tube window because one of the property is that it is transparent to X-rays. Beryllium, it is transparent to X-rays. As the property of beryllium, its transparent nature to X-rays is utilized for making X-ray tube window. This property is used to make X-ray tube window. So as the particular window is transparent enough, therefore the property is used. So beryllium should be the right option. So it is an application of beryllium, uses of beryllium type of question. So beryllium, which is the first option. Question number 35. Which of the following statements is not correct? Okay. So we have to observe the statements which are not correct. Beryllium and magnesium give characteristic color to the flame. Beryllium and magnesium have high ionization energy. Sulfates of beryllium and magnesium are readily soluble in water. All are correct. Okay. So in this, which property we need to say that it is not correct? So first one, let us take beryllium and magnesium give characteristic color to the flame. Okay. So whether they are going to give the characteristic color? No, definitely they are not going to give the characteristic color because beryllium and magnesium, they have comparatively small size. So comparatively small size iddaga the effective nuclear charge will be large. Then the particular electron is not excited due to the flame. Flame alli electron enagalla, excite agalla. Excite agilla antandre they are not at all going to give the characteristic color to the flame. Flamey color sigala. Why? Electrons are not at all excited because of the smaller size. So first option itself, we know that it is not giving characteristic color. 35th question. Okay, in the option it says beryllium and magnesium give characteristic color to the flame. So we need to mention beryllium and magnesium do not impart any color. Do not impart any color to the flame. They are not going to form or giving any color to the flame. So due to small size and high effective nuclear charge, due to small size and high effective nuclear charge. So nuclear charge ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹಾಗೆ small size ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ they are not get excited by the flame. Which are not get excited by the flame? Electrons are not get excited by the flame. Electrons do not get excited by the flame. Do not get excited by the flame. So that should be the incorrect statement according to the question given. So beryllium ಮತ್ತು magnesium, they are not giving any color to the flame. Okay, let's see other options here. Beryllium and magnesium have high ionization energy. They definitely have high ionization energy because of the smaller size and effective nuclear charge which is greater. Sulfates of beryllium and magnesium are readily soluble in nature or in water. Water alli sulfates of beryllium and magnesium sulfate, beryllium sulfate are definitely soluble. So all are correct or is not the right option. Option number A, beryllium and magnesium give characteristic color to the flame, is the right option. Okay, moving on to question number 36. Mica is chemically, so mica andre ಏನು? So mica is nothing but the mineral. Question number 36. Question number 36. Mica anta ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Mica is nothing but mineral. It is a silicate mineral. It is a silicate mineral. Which silicate it contains? That is the question, right? It is having a potassium aluminosilicate. It is potassium aluminosilicate, which are having the sheet structure. They are having sheet structure. Okay, mica is a type of mineral made up of potassium aluminosilicate and the structure is sheet structure. Coming to the options, so 36, option number 1 is the correct option. Potassium aluminosilicate having sheet structure. Question number 37. The hydride that is not electron deficient is, so B2H6 boron hydride, ಅದನ್ನ ಡೈಬೋರೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. B2H6, ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್, silicon hydride and gallium hydride which is not electron deficient. Okay, so electron deficient ಯಾವುದು? Group number 13. 37 group number 13 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ hydrides which are they? B2H6 boron hydride, next boron, aluminium, which is AlH3 aluminum hydride. Next, boron, aluminium, gallium, indium. So gallium hydride, GaH3, all are present in group number 13. Group number 13. ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 14 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತಹ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ SiH4. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಸಫಿಶಿಯಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡೆಫಿಶಿಯಂಟ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆರ್ ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡೆಫಿಶಿಯಂಟ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ಸ್. Electron deficient hydrides. Group number 13, boron hydride, aluminium hydride, gallium hydride, which are electron deficient hydrides. Only hydride which is not electron deficient is SiH4. Okay, so option number 3, SiH4, it is not electron deficient. Remaining 3 are electron deficient. Group number 13. Question number 38. Diborane B2H6 reacts independently with oxygen and water to produce respectively. So B2H6 oxygen ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಿವನ್: HbO2, H3BO3, B2O3, H3BO3, B2O3 or BH4 minus or H3BO3 and B2O3. Let us react B2H6 with oxygen and water independently to form the product. Question 38. Let us react B2H6 with O2. B2H6 is diborane, reacts with oxygen. So this is diborane, reacts with oxygen. When it reacts with oxygen, it will form B2O3 with the release of water molecule, and a lot of heat is generated during the particular process. So what is B2O3? B2O3 is boric anhydride. Boric anhydride is formed. Let's balance the particular reaction. We have 3H2O and 3O2. 3 into 2, 6. 3 plus 3, 6. So B2H6 plus 3O2 gives rise to B2O3 and 3H2O. Heat is generated. So first ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಬೋರಿಕ್ ಆನ್ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್. Next is B2H6 when reacts with water. Diborane, when it reacts with water, what it will form? So it will form H3BO3 form ಮಾಡಿ, ಹಾಗೆ hydrogen gas is liberated during the process. H3BO3 and H2. So balance ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 6H2O and we are going to get 2H3BO3. So hydrogen ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 6 into 2 12. 12 plus 6 18 ಆಯ್ತು. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 into 2 6. So that means 6H2. So total 12 hydrogen atoms. So what is H3BO3? So H3BO3 is nothing but boric acid. Boric acid. So which are the products obtained? One is boric anhydride and one more is boric acid. So these two are the products obtained. Let us find out in the option. We have B2O3 first, followed by H3BO3. So boric anhydride and boric acid, which is present in option number 2. Option number 2 should be the right option. Moving on to question number 39. Elements of group number 14 exhibit oxidation state of +4 only, +2 and +4 only, +1 and +3 only, or is it +2 only? So we need to find out group number 14 ಯಾವ oxidation states anna. Is it one or more than one? We need to observe by writing the electronic configuration of group number 14, right? Okay, so let us move into question number 39. Question number 39. So in 39, group number 14 is given. So group number 14 andre we have electronic configuration as ns2 np2. General outermost electronic configuration of group 14 is ns2 np2. Clear? So illi either they can lose 2 electrons or they can also lose this 2 more electrons. So first 2 electrons lose madre plus 2 oxidation state baratte, and if they lose all the 4 electrons they can also get plus 4 oxidation state. So there are 2 possible oxidation states, common or stable oxidation state, which is plus 2 and plus 4. In the options, plus 2 and plus 4 only is given in option number 2. So option 2 should be the right option among these 4 options. Okay, plus 2 and plus 4 only. Question number 40. The element that shows greater ability to form p pi multiple bonds. So p pi multiple bonds greater ability form ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ಜರ್ಮೇನಿಯಂ, Sn is tin and Si is silicon. So among these 4, which is having or which is forming p pi multiple bonds? That is the question. Question 40. Question number 40. So in this, carbon is the element which is forming p pi multiple bonds. P pi multiple bonds. That means carbon effectively forms multiple bond. We know that carbon can form double bond, it can form triple bond as well. So alkenes form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ alkynes form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Not germanium, tin and silicon. Why they are not forming? Because germanium, next what we have, tin, we have silicon. These are having larger atomic orbitals. Larger atomic orbitals. So larger atomic orbitals idre they diffuse to form nothing but the overlapping form madak agalla because of the largeness. What about carbon? Carbon forms p pi multiple bonds because of the smaller atomic radius. So as we move from top to bottom, atomic radius increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ carbon atomic radii small ಇದ್ದದ್ರಿಂದ they can form the overlapping. Here larger atomic orbitals, they are resulting in what? Not effective overlapping. So diffuse to form effective overlapping anta helbodu. Diffuse to form effective overlapping. So when the overlapping is not possible, then p pi multiple bonds are also not stable and will not be formed. Clear? So carbon will form and others do not form. The element that shows greater ability to form p pi multiple bonds is nothing but carbon. So 40th right option is option number 1. Germanium, tin and silicon, they will not form because they have atomic orbitals larger and effective overlapping is not possible. Question number 41. Which of the following is electron deficient? Okay, electron deficient now helidvi. Okay, similar questions we have discussed. Boron hydrides are electron deficient. So directly we can go for boron. Okay, remaining all are group number 14. So 13 group or boron hydrides are usually electron deficient. So 41, question number 41. Question number 41. Boron hydrides are electron deficient. Group number 13. Group number 13 aliruvanta boron, which when reacts with hydrogen, it will form boron hydrates which are electron deficient. What it forms? It will form BH3 twice, or it is B2H6 diborane anta kariteve, which is electron deficient. So remaining, they are what they have given, they are not at all electron deficient. So option number 1, BH3 twice, is electron deficient in nature. Question number 42. The correct statement for the molecule CSI3 is, it contains CS plus, I minus and lattice I2 molecules. It is a covalent molecule. It contains CS plus and I3 minus ions. Or is it contains CS plus 3 and I minus ions. Okay, CS plus, I minus, I3 minus and CS plus 3 I minus ions. Let's find out. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತದ್ದು CSI3. Question 42. CSI3 is given. CSI3. Okay. We know that cesium is highly electropositive. It cannot show +3 oxidation state as it is in group 1. CS cannot show +3 oxidation state. +3 oxidation state anna CS form madak agala. Why? It is highly electropositive, and how many electrons are present? 1 electrons are present in the outermost orbital, and it can donate 1 electron to form CS plus. It cannot form CS plus 3. So what is the condition? So CSI3 can be formulated. This can be formulated by writing CS plus and I3 minus, because this is a pure ionic compound. It is a pure ionic compound. CS plus mattu I3 minus form agate. Got it? So let us see the option here. So it contains CS plus and I3 minus ions. It contains CS plus and I3 minus ions, which is in option number 3. Option 3. It contains CS plus and I3 minus ions. Why it will form? Because it is a pure ionic compound. Moving on to next question number 43. Select the correct statement regarding shapes of PCl5, BRF5 and IF7. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 compound ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, PCl5, BRF5 and IF7. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ after writing the structure, we can identify whether they are square pyramidal, trigonal, bipyramidal. One of the given compound is square pyramidal, one of the given compound is tetrahedral. We can find out based on the structure of PCl5, BRF5 and IF7. Okay, let us try to write the structures of PCl5, BRF5 and IF7. Question 43. So first one is PCl5. So PCl5 alli phosphorus is at the center and we have 3 Cl at the corners and 2 more Cl at top and bottom of the structure, planar structure. So when you join this is the structure we are going to obtain. How many bond pairs are present here? Bond pairs. So phosphorus and Cl, bond pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bonds they are making. Hence, how many bond pairs? 5 bond pairs. How many lone pairs? Lone pairs. We have not written any lone pair on phosphorus. Correct? So phosphorus do not contain any lone pair. Only it contains 5 bond pairs. So lone pairs is nothing but 0. So total how many? So we have total is equal to 5. So for 5 bond pairs, Okay, though we have hybridization sp3d, sp3d, s1 1 plus 3 4, 4 plus 1 5. So sp3d hybridization idre, they are definitely forming a trigonal. So we can see trigonal and bipyramidal, trigonal, bipyramidal, bipyramidal. So which is the structure? Trigonal bipyramidal is the structure of TCl5. Okay, next one BRF5 tagondre, BRF5. So BRF5 contains Br and F at 4 corners and 1 F at the bottom portion and 1 lone pair on Br. When you join it, this is what the structure we are going to get. Let us find out the bond pair here. Bond pairs, how many bonds are present? 1 2 3 4 5, 5 bond pairs. Lone pairs, how many lone pairs are present? 1 lone pair is present on nothing but Br. We can see clearly 1 lone pair. So total, how many total? 5 plus 1 6. So 5 plus 1 6 pairs of electrons. We have hybridization sp3d2, 1 plus 3 4, 4 plus 2 6. So for sp3d2 we have structure square pyramidal, square pyramidal. So BRF5 is a square pyramidal anta aitu. Next we have IF7. IF7 is the compound given, right? So IF7 contains iodine at the center and 5 F atoms are at 5 corners, 5 corners, 5 corners. When you join it, this is what the structure you are going to get. And 2 more F atoms are present at the top and bottom of this particular plane. This is the structure 1 2 3 4 5 on the plane and 2 above and below the plane. So bond pairs, how many bond pairs are present? 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. 7 bond pairs. Lone pair, lone pair, we do not have any lone pair of electrons on iodine. Clear? Next, total estaitile, total is equal to 7. So for 7 pairs we have sp3, sp3d3. So 3 plus 3 6 1 7. So for sp3d3 we have structure pentagonal bipyramidal. So 1 2 3 4 5 pentagonal. How many pyramidal on the top and bottom? Bipyramidal, pentagonal bipyramidal, pentagonal bipyramidal structure, pentagonal bipyramidal. So clearly PCl5 is trigonal bipyramidal, BRF5 is square pyramidal and IF7 is pentagonal bipyramidal. So let us see the options and find out. So all are square pyramidal is not the right option. All are trigonal bipyramidal is also not the right option. One of the given compound is square pyramidal. So which is square pyramidal? BRF5 is a square pyramidal. So that is the correct option. Let us see fourth one. One of the given compound is tetrahedral. In 3 compounds given, all the 3's are not at all tetrahedral. At least one is also not tetrahedral here. Okay. Option number 3. One of the given compounds is square pyramidal. Which is that? That is BRF5. So we have to go for option number 3. Question number 44. Stability of the species Li2, Li2 minus and Li2 plus increases in the order of. So ಯಾವ ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. They are given the ionic as well as the atomic form of lithium. To To find out the stability of this particular species, we need to know the bond order. Bond order na calculate madre each of the species, we can easily find out the stability order. Let's find out the bond order taking question number 44. Question number 44. Question number 44. So first Li2 ತಗೋಣ. Li2. So in Li2, when you write the electronic configuration, then it is sigma 1s2 sigma star 1s2. How many electrons are totally present? 6 electrons. Is it not? 2 Li atoms are joined. So how many? 1s2 sigma star 1s2. Next sigma 2s2 sigma star 2s2. So this is the electronic configuration, sigma 2s2. These are bonding, anti-bonding, bonding molecules, anti-bonding molecules. Then we have bond order. Bond order na calculate ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Bond order is nothing but bonding molecules minus bonding molecules electrons divided by anti-bonding molecules, bonding molecules divided by anti-bonding molecules, sorry, bonding molecules minus anti-bonding molecules divided by 2. So here electrons in bonding molecules, electrons in anti-bonding molecules. How many electrons in bonding molecules? This 2 plus 2, 4. Correct? Bonding molecules, yes, 2 plus 2. So here 6, isn't it? So then definitely it will not come. Sorry. Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2. So total 3 plus 3, 6, right? So bonding electrons is 2 plus 2, 4 minus anti-bonding is star, which is 2. So 4 minus 2 divided by 2. 4 minus 2 is 2 divided by 2, which is 1. So bond order for Li2 is 1. Bond order is 1. So similarly, ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದರದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Li2 minus bond order na find out ಮಾಡೋಣ. One electron is more than this. Got it? So then we have sigma 1s2 sigma star 1s2 sigma 2s2, then sigma star 2s1. So total you can count 6 plus 1, 7 electrons. 2, 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 1, 7 electrons. So bond order is equal to electrons in bonding molecules is 2 plus 2, 4 minus anti-bonding 2 plus 1, 3 divided by 2. 4 minus 3, 1 by 2, which is 0.5. 0.5 bond order bantu. ಹಾಗೆ Li2 plus ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 1 electron ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. So 5 electrons, which is sigma 1s2 sigma star 1s2. Total 4 electrons. Next sigma 2s1. Bond order is electrons in bonding molecules, which is 2 plus 1, 3 minus anti-bonding 1, sorry, 2 divided by 2, 3 minus 2, 1 by 2, which is 0.5. So highest ಯಾವ್ದಿರುತ್ತೋ, bond order highest ಯಾವ್ದಿರುತ್ತೋ, which is more stable. Clearly ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, Li2 is having bond order 1, whereas Li2 minus and Li2 plus will be having the bond order minus 5, 0.5 and 0.5. So definitely, which is having greater stability? Li2 is having greater stability. Now, in this two species, Li2 minus and Li2 plus, when they have equal bond order, then we have to see bonding molecules and their electrons, anti-bonding molecules and their electrons. ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ, ಆಂಟಿ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೋ, ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್. when they have same bond order. First one, when bond order increases, bond order is more, stability is also more. Okay, so here Li2 is having bond order which is 1 greater than Li2 minus and Li2 plus. Hence, stability of Li2 is greater than these two. But when we have same bond order 0.5 ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಇದೆ, 3 ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಇದೆ, 2 ಇದೆ. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕಿದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. Then we have specific order in which Li2 plus is having greater stability than Li2 minus, because you can clearly observe ಇಲ್ಲಿ this is more and anti-bonding ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, for stability more number of bonding molecular orbitals or electrons, number of electrons in bonding molecular orbitals and less number of electrons in antibonding molecular orbitals. Okay, so that will be satisfied in Li2 plus, which is having greater stability when compared to Li2 minus. Okay, so we have to see the options now. In the option we have third option number, Li2 is greater than Li2 plus, greater than Li2 minus. Okay, Li2 minus is lesser than Li2 plus, Li2 is greater. Option number 3 is the right option. Question number 45. Which one of the following statements about water is false? Water is oxidized to oxygen during photosynthesis. Water can act both as an acid and a base. So first one, water is oxidized to oxygen during photosynthesis. Yes, definitely right. During the photosynthesis, oxygen ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That means water is being oxidized ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Water acts both as an acid and base. That is also true. There is an extensive intramolecular hydrogen bonding in the condensed phase. Ice, fourth one, ice formed by heavy water sinks in normal water. So fourth option, no, ice formed by heavy water sinks in normal water. Okay, so third option, there is extensive intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding agalla in nothing but condensed phase. In condensed phase there is intermolecular hydrogen bonding taking place. So that's we are going to write here. So in third option, question number 45, third option they are saying intramolecular hydrogen bonding takes place. No, intermolecular hydrogen bonding takes place. So we have to write extensive intermolecular hydrogen bonding in condensed phase taking place. Okay, condensed phase alli intermolecule within two molecules the hydrogen bonding takes place. Intra antandre within the molecule. So with two molecules bere, within the same molecule antandre bere. Within molecule antandre intra, within two molecules, with two molecules adar madhya anta kelidre inter. Okay, with the same molecule intra, within two inter. Okay, here extensive intermolecular hydrogen bonding in a condensed phase takes place. Therefore third option is nothing but the false statement. Question number 46. Question number 46. Photochemical smog is due to the presence of. So they are all direct questions here. Photochemical smog. So photochemical smog is formed due to photochemical reaction that is taking place, which contains what? NO2 and hydrocarbons in air. So that means oxides of nitrogen. Okay, when air contains oxides of nitrogen and hydrocarbons, results in a photochemical smog. 46 photochemical smog. Photochemical smog is due to the presence of oxides of nothing but nitrogen, because when air contains NO2 and hydrocarbons, when air contains NO2 nitrogen dioxide and hydrocarbon, ಆವಾಗ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? photochemical smog ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Photochemical is due to the formation of NO2 in the air along with hydrocarbons. So therefore the right option here is oxides of nitrogen, option B. Question number 47. Identify the pollutant gases largely responsible for the discolored and lusterless nature of marble of Taj Mahal. So Taj Mahal coloration, white, from white it is changing to brownish color. What are the pollutants responsible anta kelta idare? SO2 and NO2, SO2 and O3, CO2 and NO2, O3 and CO2. So 4 options are given. Let us see which is the right option for nothing but the acid rain. Acid rain is the resultant of discolored and lusterless nature of marble in Taj Mahal. Okay, so let's see why acid rain is caused. So industries, they will emit lot of NO2 and SO2. 47. Industries emit lot of NO2 and SO2 gases. So these are major pollutants of nothing but the air, which are resulting in, when this will react with water jotege or water vapor jotege react agbittu, they are responsible to form H2SO4 and HNO3. NO2 and SO2 sulfur dioxide emitted by industries, which will react with water vapor present in the air to form sulfuric acid H2SO4 and HNO3 form agat. Okay, so this when comes it as rain, we would call it as acid rain. Acid rain anta karitivi. When the rain water contains sulfuric acid or nitric acid, we call that as acid rain. So when calcium carbonate, which is nothing but the marble, this is marble of Taj Mahal, calcium carbonate reacts with acid rain H2SO4, is due to acid rain. Calcium carbonate ididu convert agi calcium sulfate convert agate, carbon dioxide is formed and along with water is formed. Okay, calcium carbonate in presence of acid rain is converted into calcium sulfate, CO2 and H2O. So idakke ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Discolor or lusterless marble. So marble ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕಲರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಶೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಯನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ because of the formation of calcium sulfate due to the acid rain. So which are the gases responsible? NO2 and SO2 are the gases responsible, which is given in option number 1, SO2 and NO2. Option 1 is the right option. Question number 48. addition of phosphate fertilizers to water bodies causes. So this is a direct question. Phosphate fertilizers ಅನ್ನ water body ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Which will enhance the growth of algae. (48) Addition of phosphate fertilizers will enhance the growth of algae. Enhance the growth of algae. Growth of algae. Enhance the growth of algae because phosphate is a growth enhancer. Okay, algae growth enhance ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು? Phosphate. Phosphate enhances the growth of the algae. Algae growth ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So that is option number 1. Enhanced growth of algae is seen when phosphate fertilizers are added to water bodies. Question number 49. The concentration of dissolved oxygen DO in cold water can go up to. This is a concept question. So it can go up to, in cold water dissolved oxygen can go up to 10 ppm, parts per million. So 10 ppm ಅಷ್ಟು they can go in cold water. Dissolved oxygen level 10 ppm ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೋಗಬಹುದು. So option D should be the right option. Question number 50, last question. Green chemistry deals with. So green chemistry ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? So green chemistry is nothing but reduced use of harmful hazardous substances. So green chemistry deals with the substances which are hazardous to nature, and usage of such hazardous nature should be reduced. So reduced usage of harmful hazardous substance is nothing but green chemistry, which is given in option number 3. Reduced use of harmful hazardous substances. Option 3. Okay. So we have discussed 25 questions. Please practice these questions. Okay. We have concentrated on most important questions from the chapters classification of elements, S block, P block, chemical bonding and environmental chemistry. Okay, thank you and all the best.